When Jesus is nailed to the cross, you can see the sky is almost black, and then the storm, because we're told that at the crucifixion there was a tremendous earthquake, right? And so that you can see the lightning behind the cross and the darkness of the tomb. So, but it's very interesting how just artistically it goes from very light, okay, until his suffering and his death when the sky goes very, very dark. So that's a part of it. So. And then we have several statues in the church. And do you know who these statues are? The woman with the little girl is St. Anne, which was the mother of the Blessed Virgin Mary. She was the grandmother on her side of the family. And so who's the next one standing next to St. Anne, you know? Maybe you can read his name at the bottom. Do you know who that is? If this is the grandmother of Jesus, who do you suppose the other one is?
The grandfather.
Is the grandfather, St. Joachim. So we have the parents of Jesus, the parents of Mary, the Blessed Virgin. They're up here, St. Anne and St. Joachim. And then over here we have two more saints. And who do we have over here? Who's the lady with the bonnet on? Do you have any idea? Mother Elizabeth Ann Seton. St. Elizabeth Ann Seton is who that is. And her order was very, you can always tell Mother Seton by that bonnet. She didn't really wear a veil as a nun. She wore the little bonnet thing, okay? And then the other saint is a very popular saint, especially when you lose your car keys, which your kids probably don't worry about too much right now, but the adults usually pray all the time to this saint over here. And who is that? St. Anthony of Padua. Okay, so that's St. Anthony, a very popular saint. And then if you'll notice here, and I don't know if everybody can see, but the other two statues are here in the nave. The other statues in the baptistry is we have the statue of St. John the Baptist baptizing Jesus. And above him is the dove, which is symbolic of the Holy Spirit that Jesus received. And then, of course, over here we have the resurrection, or what we call the resurrected Jesus. So he's holding the cross, which now had been the instrument of his death, and now is the instrument of his victory. So he's now holding the cross rather than being nailed to the cross. Okay. And then obviously up here we have the Blessed Virgin Mary altar on the left-hand side, and we have St. Joseph on the right-hand side, and both are surrounded by seraphim, which are a type of angel. They're the ones that usually are depicted standing and have the large wings, as opposed to cherubim, which are the little chubby baby angels that are usually depicted only with the head and with wings. Okay, and we have cherubim on our high altar. Can you see the little? Looks almost like a little baby
behind the candles.
Behind the candles.
Yeah.
There's one on this side and one on this side.
Underneath St. Peter and Paul's feet,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. And the seraphim are the ones that are noted for worshiping God, so that's why they surround the tabernacle and so forth. And then, of course, we have St. Peter on the left-hand side. How do we know that's St. Peter? What tells you? The keys. Yeah, Jesus gives him the keys to the kingdom of heaven. And the other one is St. Paul. And how do we know it's St. Paul as opposed to somebody else? He has a sword. Do you know why he has a sword? Well, kind of, yes, but it depicts the manner of his death. St. Paul was beheaded. He had his head chopped off. And that's why a lot of times, especially the martyrs, whenever you see a statue of them, they're depicted with the instrument of their death. So there's a very famous statue of St. Bartholomew in St. John Lateran Basilica in Rome. Actually, the whole nave, they have the 12 apostles, and they're all depicted in the manner of their death. And St. Bartholomew, does anybody know how St. Bartholomew was martyred?
He was king. Yeah.
He was skinned alive, yeah. He had his skin peeled off. So this very famous statue of St. Bartholomew in the nave of St. John Lateran Basilica in Rome shows him holding his skin. So it kind of drapes down and flows off the statue. It's a very dramatic thing, but anyways, anyways, the martyrs are usually shown in both pictures and in statues by the manner of their death. And so St. Paul is shown with the sword because he was beheaded, because he was a Roman citizen, so they wouldn't nail him to a cross. Whereas St. Peter was nailed to the cross, but St. Peter didn't think he was worthy to be crucified right side up. So St. Peter asked to be crucified upside down. And so this last window, or first window from my perspective anyways, but it's really the last because it's near his death, is a St. Peter martyred upside down. But St. Peter, rather than being shown with an upside down cross, is usually depicted with the keys to the kingdom that Jesus gave him. So you can always tell a statue of St. Peter when you see a guy holding keys. That's St. Peter. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, can you speak up?